Hello and good morning, everyone. My name is Max, and I'll be your MC for today. So, welcome everyone here today to the kickoff of the Innovators of Tomorrow 2022, powered by Sime Darby Properties. We want to give a shout out and thanks to Sime Darby Properties and the Star Media Group for making this competition happen. So let's give them a round of applause. I want you guys to say hello, Sime Darby in the chat. Hello. All right. We're seeing some people saying hello, good morning. All right. Now, to get started, I would like to play a simple energizer with all of you. I know it's very early in the morning, and some of you might, and this energizer may be able to help you wake up and be energized. So the energizer is called "What is wrong with this picture?" Like, what is wrong with this picture? So the goal is to be able to identify in the pictures that we're going to be showing in the slide, and to see what is wrong with this picture. And in order for you to win this energizer, I need you all to type the answer as fast as you can in the chat, and then you'll be able to answer the question as fast as you can, right? So the format to be able to submit the answer is to first put in the chat on which riddle you're going to answer. So if you're going to be number 1 or number 2, right? Because in the slide later we'll be showing is 2 pictures. So you can answer 1, then you type the answer, or you can write 2, then the answer as well. So are you all ready? Are you all ready to start off with the energizer? If you're ready, I want you to type "I'm ready" in the chat. All right, I see some of you saying good morning and hello, and some saying I'm ready. Hello, Max. All right. Okay, so let's kickstart with our energizer for today. Let's bring out the 2 pictures. Okay, if you can zoom in a little bit, you can see what is wrong with picture 1. I want you all to type in the chat, what is it? What is the answer for the picture? Remember, the format is writing number 1 and the problem, what is wrong with picture number 1. And then if you're answering number 2, I want you to type in number 2 and what is wrong with picture number 2. Now, you can looking at number 1, not really sure what is it. Is it the tent? If I'm looking closely, I'm not really sure. Is it going to be the background? What is the issue or the problem? What is wrong with picture number 1? Or you ought to type down in the chat below. Okay, so if not for picture number 1, maybe you can check out on picture number 2 as well. Is it the spacesuit? Is it the spacesuit, or is it going to be the planets that's out there? Oh, number 2. I can see quite an answer in the bottom, like by Andy, right? Number 2. Why is the rocket got the booster? In order for you to go back home to Earth, right? So that's why I think the rocket is there. But that is not the right answer that we are looking for. I want you to type down in the chat, what do you think the answer is for either number 1 or number 2? So I'm keep it going. I want to see. Okay, Wax say in picture 1. So what do you find in picture 1 that you think that is wrong? Is it the water? Is it the pay close attention on the details in the screen, right? What is something that is wrong in the picture in picture number 1 or picture number 2? And just type down in the chat. If you have the answer, type down in the chat. Oh, from what I can see, it's like, wow, it's quite a difficult one, right? Okay, I see from Suki Lam for number 1. You got it right. It is actually the tree shadow that is missing from picture number 1. So congratulations, you are the winner. You can get for picture number 2. What is wrong with picture number 2? So great job, Suki Lam, for guessing and paying great attention to the detail for picture number 1. What about picture number 2? Do we have an answer for picture number 2? You can see again, there's a lot of stars. There's a American flag, should be Malaysian flag, right? But one day in the future. And there's a lot of other planets that is around, and also stars. So what is wrong with the picture number 2? Type down in the chat below. Type down in the chat. Oh. All right. So I think because of time, right? Because of time, we're gonna give. We're gonna tell you the answer for this one, right? And so basically for picture number 2 is actually, you can see there's actually a moon at the background, right? And then later on, there is, because the person is on the moon, there's a moon in the background, so it means they cannot be on the other moon, right? So that is the answer for number 2, right? Pictures number 2. So moving on, let's move on to the next picture, right? Okay, picture number 3 and picture number 4. So what can you see and what can you identify? What is wrong with picture number 3 and picture number 4, right? What is going wrong? What is wrong with picture number 3 and picture number 4? I want you all to type down in the chat again, right? To see, tell me again what this is the last 2 pictures. So I need you all to be as fast with your fingers on your keyboards to type on what do you think is wrong with picture number 3 or what is wrong with picture number 4. So Andy say he got it right. 3 looks fake. And picture number 2. Yeah, Andy, you are right. And Daniel did less than 9 planet. Close, but the answer just now was about the moon, right? Because the person is standing on the moon, and then the background there's another moon. So how can there be 2 moons at the same time? Right. But the time, okay, Yuan wrote the time is 11 p.m., but it is morning. So great job. You have identified the but yeah. Right. So give a round of applause to Yuan. Yuan, I was typing that. Wow, Andy, you have to be quicker on your fingers as well as your brain, because you see Yuan is so fast that she'll be able to answer it quicker as well. So you are right for the picture number. So now last one. Last one is picture number 4. So what do you think is the answer for picture number 4? I want you to look closely, zoom in into picture number 4 and see what is wrong with picture number 4. Is it because of the fog in the background? Could it be the trees? Or maybe something on the train, right? So I'm giving, okay, Nitya, you have answered. The track is missing. The track is missing. So is that the correct answer? Andy wrote that picture 4. The rain has smoke underneath. No, it's not the rain has smoke underneath. So, but Nitya has already answered the right answer. So for picture number 3, Yuan, you mentioned that the clock shows nighttime, but actually it is the morning or daytime. So you got that right. One more time, round of applause to you, Yuan. And for the pictures number 4, there are no real train rail tracks, right? So for Nitya, you got that right, that you mentioned that there. Also, one more time, a round of applause to you as well, Nitya. All right, amazing. So now I hope that all of your brains are all pumped up, right? And let's shift our focus today on why we are here today, right? So if you do scroll up, yep, on why we are here today. So right now, I'm going to invite someone who is an expert on innovation and who you need to be taking a lot of notes from. So if you have your pen and your paper, now is the perfect time to bring it out, because you'll be taking a lot of intensive notes when I'm inviting this person on later on. So if you have any question, do put them down in the chat and we will be able to address them during the Q&A session later on. So now, can we put our hands together and welcome Aris Azhar from Innovation and R&D in Sime Darby Properties to shed some light in the concept home of 2030 and how Sime Darby Property wants to reimagine the future homes. So over to you, Aris.
Hi, Max. Thanks, Max. Morning, everyone. Can you hear me well? Let me know if you can't hear me, okay, Max? But I assume it's all good. Somebody gonna get my slides on the screen? Cool. All right. So, good morning and welcome to the Innovators of Tomorrow competition 2022. I'm Aris from the Innovation and R&D department at Sime Darby Property. Yes, we do innovation and R&D here. and I'm really excited to be with you all today. I wish you could have been physically, but we'll have to settle for this first, and maybe we can meet up sometime soon, okay? So, if you're wondering why this competition got started, it's because Sime Darby Property is actually celebrating its 50th anniversary this year. And we created this Beyond 50 campaign to celebrate with everyone, offering great rewards and sharing all our milestones over the past 50 years. And we also wanted to introduce our new mission for the future, which is to build a quality way of life for all. Which leads me to this really cool project, which is very dear to me. It's a project that we started last year called Concept Home 2030. So the image that you see now on the screen is part of a winning submission from an architect's design competition that we held end of last year with the best architects from all over Malaysia. We got some really cool stuff, yes, which you can actually look up if you search for Concept Home 2030 online. But really, Concept Home 2030 is more than just working with architects. We want to work with our hope for the future, and that is you. So we were thinking, what better way than to invite all of you here, future homeowners, future heads of families, to use your creativity and intelligence to reimagine the future home in this competition, Innovators of Tomorrow. But do you want to know how Concept Home started? Well, let me tell you, okay? It was about, I think, December 2020 when our group managing director actually reached out to myself and some friends and said, guys, we need to think about the future. What can we do to make a difference in this world while we're here, right? And this was in the peak of COVID. So we gathered friends from Darby Property. We sat together virtually, of course, and we got to thinking. And you know what we realized? That COVID actually made us appreciate our homes more. I'm sure you've all had to do schooling from home or learning from home, and 2020 we all realized that our homes were more important than ever. So let's not let that lesson go to waste. Okay? But as we take care of ourselves, we must remember to take care of the planet too. You see, it's important for us at Sime Darby Property to leave an environment that is healthy and comfortable for our future generations. And you need to help us with that. What we do today is for all of you. The future is yours. So you need to help us design it. And I hope you're all up for the challenge. Now think about this, guys. Close your eyes and imagine how your life would be like in 2030. What's happening out there in the world today that's changing our lives. Just try to notice all these things that go on. You can go on the internet and just like go crazy, right? There's so much happening. And how do you want your home to look like in the future? Do you still want it to look like how it is today? What do you want to see inside those homes? Do you want to see robots? I don't know. What do you want to see? Tell us what you want to see. There was a time before handphones and the internet. Can you imagine that? Like, there used to not be handphones and internet around. Now we can't even live without it. So just imagine what we will discover in 2030. Try to be the first one to discover it. Okay, what do we have here? Okay, so look at this comic, right? Imagine if your house helps you pick what you eat, tracks your sleep, maintains itself, preps you before you go to school, tells you when you're unwell before you even know you're unwell so you don't go out, right? Like now, maybe you or your parents, you spend so much time, money, and effort to maintain and clean your homes. But imagine in the future, if your home would help you instead. Imagine if it had its own brain and then it could help you with your daily lives. Wouldn't that be awesome? And here, imagine if these were the kinds of stories you'd be seeing on your TikTok or your Instagram, from your friends, like your wardrobe picked your clothes for you today, or your lights change in your house to suit your mood. That would be cool, right? And I want to tell you to not underestimate yourselves, because some of the most brilliant ideas have come from young minds such as yourselves. These are all real stories, and one of them is even from Malaysia. And you could be next. So let this be your guide to this competition, okay? Use these four themes to help you think about the future: sustainability, design, build, and technology. How can we build better homes while being kinder to the environment? How would you like your home to look like in the future? What are unique and creative ways we can build our homes? And what technology, what tech, there's so much tech out there today, but what do you want to see and experience in your homes? You can use a combination of these themes, or you can just focus on one theme. It's up to you. Um, but remember, if you get shortlisted, those that get shortlisted will get a chance to prototype your ideas, and we will guide you through this. But I just want you to remember, before you start, a prototype doesn't have to be physical. It can be digital, it can be virtual. Go crazy. Tell us what you want it to be, and we will help you. Okay? So, I think I've spoken enough. Now it's over to you guys. Join us on this journey and imagine what life might be like in 2030. Please use your imagination. Don't be clouded by too many challenges. Just really think about what you want in the future. Draw it out, express yourselves, and show us what the future home should be like. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. I can't wait to go on this journey with you guys, and I hope you're pumped too. So, over to you, Max. That's all from me, and I hope this competition goes really well.
To think of an existing problem in your house, right? Meaning that it is something may be happening right now or one day in the future. I want you to share those problems that you have in the chat. I'll repeat. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Aris. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Thank you, Mr. Aris, for the amazing explanation just now. Right, it's amazing to see how Sime Darby is championing the industry for all of us to rethink about our homes today. Now, I'm going to introduce you to what is going to be the main challenge for you as students participating in the Innovators of Tomorrow's competition. First, I will want you to think of an existing problem in your house, meaning that it is something maybe happening right now or one day in the future. I want you to share it in the chat below. Like what problems that you face happening in your house or future problems that you may foresee. Like if you ask me, one of the problems I can think of my house is maybe my house security may be pretty weak and pretty lacking in a sense, right? So I'm pretty worried that my fences are very low, my doors are not really secured, that anyone can just climb over to my place and for who knows what will happen after that as well, right? So I want you to see in the chat, type in the chat. Andy, you wrote that I want my house to be small, but can change according to what I want to do. Wow, what a futuristic house it is. You can just click of a button and then it becomes like a gaming room where it needs to change to a sleeping place in the morning. So it's more of something, as a good way to convert a specific room to a space and to what you want it to be. Anything else in the chat? What problems that you may foresee in the chat? But yeah, Andy, that's a good idea. Good problems that you may have in the future to make it more convenient for you as well. So really, thank you, Andy, for sharing the problems and concerns. Yanli, you mentioned about energy savings, right? Energy saving on how you can make it a more energy saving house, like maybe because electricity is very expensive nowadays, and how can you utilize the tools in your house to be more energy saving? That's a good problems or future problems to be able to have as well. So thank you so much, Yanli, and thank you, Andy, for those who have shared your problems and concern as well. So building on what Mr. Aris has shared just now, Sime Darby is inviting all of you students between the age of 13 and 17 years old to join us in this journey in tackling the big question: what life in our homes might look like in 2030. So I repeat one more time: what life in our homes might look like in 2030. Hence, here at Innovators of Tomorrow, from today all the way to the 14th of November. I repeat one more time the date. Today all the way to the 14th of November, all secondary school students will be challenged to think of an innovative solution addressing a problem of their choice. So if you are a student studying in secondary school, here is a time for you to pay close attention, because there will be prize later on, which I'll be sharing right now. So the goal of this competition is for you to come up with a solution to a problem in a house, right? If you and your team comes up with the best solution to your problems and make it to the final stage of this competition, you stand a chance to win money and certificates. Oh, as you can see right on the screen, we can have all the way to 5th place. We have 1,000 4th place, 1,005 3rd place, and all the way to the grand prize. You can win 4,000 ringgit as your group. One step closer, maybe, to the iPhone 14 Pro. Maybe, I don't know. So, but no worries. Even if you don't make it to the final place, your school will stand a chance to win most supportive school. Wow, Sudeshna, you wrote, can I join with my friends? Yes, you can join your friends. Don't worry, I'll bring you through in terms of how you can register. And most Q&A we will be able to answer later on during the Q&A session. All right, so now, as Sudeshna asked, right, how can I register? So, is there a way I can register for this competition? Right, so here is where you have to pay close attention. First, you need to form your group, right? A minimum of 3 and a maximum of 4 people. All of you must be in the same school, and your team can be anyone from Form 1 all the way to Form 5. Only Form 1 all the way to Form 5. Don't go get like STPM student come in and like, oh, you're Form 6, right? Can help me? But no, so it's only Form 1 to Form 5, right? Then you need to register your information and your guru penasihat information in the registration form below. To get the registration form, you can scan the QR code on the screen or find in the link in the description down below. One more time, you can register from, you can scan the QR code as you can see right now, or you can find the link in the description down below. All right, awesome. So once you form your group, you need to identify an existing or future problem that you think will happen in a house. It could be affecting your own home or someone else's home, or generally any houses in general, right? So then remember about the 4 pillars of innovation that Mr. Aris has shared just now. So there are sustainability, design, build, and technology. Look at your problem and think of which of these pillars that can help address your problem. You can select one or more than one of these pillars depending on whether you think that they are appropriate. For example, if you think your problem needs a machine to reduce something negative, your team can choose the pillar of design and technology to describe this machine as your solution, right? So now you know how to register. How do you submit the submission in hand? Once you and your team has planned out your solution and your problem, I will need you guys to record yourself in a 2-minute video answering these 3 questions, right? 2-minute video answering these 3 questions. Make sure to read the criteria as instruction in the form carefully, as you can see on the screen right now. So you can also submit the video in the link by scanning the QR code on the screen right here, right? It is also in the description down below. Remember to submit the submission before the 14th of November by 5 p.m. One more time, before the 14th of November by 5 p.m. and make sure your video is not private. If it's private, we can't see it and we can't be able to judge it based on your merit as well. And on the next stage, in regards to execution, once your video idea is submitted, our judges will be shortlisting the top entries and announcing them on our social media. So do follow Sime Darby on social media to keep an eye out if your group is shortlisted. Shortlisted group will be attending a prototype workshop at Mereka at Publica Shopping Gallery on the 24th of November to create their very own prototype and of their own ideas that they have created, right? So you must be asking this question, Max, what is a prototype? It's basically a simple draft version of your solution to demonstrate what it can do, to be able to have that concept of your idea come to life and to show everyone on how does your solution works. Soon after the prototype making workshop, this group will bring the prototypes to a closing exhibit where they will be showcasing their work to impress the judges. This closing exhibit will be happening on the 3rd of December 2022. I want you to write down the date again one more time, on the 3rd of December 2022 at Subang Jaya City Center, SJCC Sales Gallery. Right? This is all the information that you need to be able to sign up, register, and submit to join this Innovators of Tomorrow's competition. Whew. I'm sure you guys must be overwhelmed, but no worries, right? Now is the time for us to be able to answer any questions that you have regarding Innovators of Tomorrow's competition. So if you are watching the recording right now and have some questions, do leave them in the comment section below, and we will be able to address them as soon as possible. So coming back to the question in hand, I'm seeing the chat. Sudeshna, you're writing, can I join with my friends? So the answer is yes, and make sure they are from Form 1 to Form 5 within the same school. So if your friend is from another school, you cannot join with that friend, but make sure it's a friend from your school. Wax wrote, how many people per group? So as mentioned before in the above, it is a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 4 per group. All right, Wax wrote, how will we be informed? So do stay tuned to our social media and follow us on Sime Darby social media platform as well. Sudeshna, sorry, but can I know if everyone from the group needs to attend for the prototype selected? Yes, everyone will need to attend the group, and the prototype will be a virtual prototype that will be happening on the 27th of October, right? So do remember to follow Sime Darby on social medias to be able to be updated with the announcements that we will be having as well. Andy wrote, Wax wrote, can we create 2 groups? No, you only can be in 1 group, right? A maximum of 3 and so a minimum of 3 and a maximum of 4 per group. Andy wrote, what is a prototype session? Is it an online session? So as we mentioned before, a prototype session is something that you'll be creating a proof of concept to be able to pitch the ideas that you will, the ideas to bring alive, to explain about your product to the judges. And is the session online? The actual prototype building is not going to be online. It's going to be in person in the Mereka Sales Gallery, Mereka space in Publica Shopping Gallery on the 24th of November, right? And yeah, so it'll be on the 24th of November, and the online one will be an online workshop that is happening on the 27th of October, right? The workshop is more of a brainstorming workshop, so you can come and find out about that as well. On the 27th of October, the prototyping will be happening on the 24th of November. So Esther wrote, will transportation be provided upon the selection? Will transportation be provided upon the selection? So we will be able to get back to you on that real short. We will be able to get back to you on that shortly. But do remember, for those who are here, to again follow Sime Darby Property on our social media. This, I can't stress this, the importance of this enough, because if not for that, you can't be able to find out about the announcement that we are going to be announcing, and the follow-up to that as well, right? And for Esther, we will be able to address your question in the comment section down below. All right, but I'm hearing from the organizing team, the transportation will not be provided, so that will be able to answer your question as well. So thank you, Esther, Wax, Andy, for your question. Are there any follow-up question as well? If there are no more, I'll just maybe wait a couple more seconds to follow up with the questions. If not, then will this video be up? Yes, this YouTube video will be up. And if you have any further questions, you can again link it down in the comment section below, and we will be able to answer you as soon as possible, right? As soon as possible. So remember to, once again, follow Sime Darby Property on social media and to share with your friends, right? Follow Sime Darby on social media and to share this video link with your friend to be able to participate and win amazing prizes, right? So if there's no more further question, I would like to thank you all, everyone, for sticking with us all the way to the end. But remember, this is not goodbye. It is the start of an exciting journey of the Innovators of Tomorrow. So make sure to register in the screen as you can see below, or in the description down below as well. Once again, thank you once again, Sime Darby Property, Yayasan Sime Darby, and the Star Media Group for making all of this possible. And I'll see you all real soon.